Hey folks, welcome to the SpeedBump Triple Threat. We have a lot of players this time, actually. For this, we have 6. And
Yep.
they're each going to be playing a game for 15 minutes each. The first one is my choice on Steam for free. It's called 100 Ducks.
And blast them.
And blast them. I think this
All right,
is
let me
a...
go ahead and give them the countdown.
Yeah, I'm good. I think this is a game released to announce the studio coming back or something like that. They just made this so you can have a good time blasting ducks. It's just find the ducks kind of game. So the other 2 players are off screen just because this one's widescreen. We'll get them on screen later when we got the opportunity for that. I'll make this screen bigger. So we got a 15-minute cooldown on the timer here, starting now. But I think all the players will probably finish this. Would be like the squeaking duck sound.
I have it muted right now. Hold on.
Oh, this game's
okay,
cute
that's
though.
good. Yeah.
The jukebox
Yeah,
has been destroyed.
When you suggested this, I took a look, and you had played it on Steam, and it took you about 12 minutes to find all 100. So I think it's really possible that with our players that we'll probably see a handful of hundreds.
I feel like everyone's gonna get it done, unless they get stuck on not finding 1 or 2 weird ones. Like some of them are just very, very tiny ducks in hard to see places, but then there's other ones where we've seen it already. Shoot the oven open and find one, stuff like that. A couple of them are strange. Sometimes they're inside the video games and things like that, and I think that might fool the player. One of them is invisible, but I really thought the hint for that one was clever. Basically, you can see them on the screen in the game that they're on. You can see it right now. Yeah, he got it. Okami blasted the invisible one. The radar is extremely powerful. You can see it's a little busy though, inside the house especially. That's where almost all there's probably 80 in there. Feels like it. So it's a lot of information on that radar. You really gotta look for the symbols. I thought it was easier for me to just run around blasting all the ones I could find. And then...
Yeah, I imagine that while it's still this busy, there's no reason to use the radar. That's probably much more useful later when you're trying to find the stragglers.
I didn't see the giant head. I don't know. I missed an Easter egg. This is a terrible place for a foosball.
I'm gonna have to pull up the other streams. I may have to come up with something for players finishing early because, you know, credit them with some of the minutes on the clock. Do you have the timer on screen?
Oh, I do actually have it running. I just forgot that I turned it off for what y'all were doing.
Gotcha.
Let me get that.
Yeah, so just updating you for some of our off-screen people. Okami is in the lead at having found 50 of them so far, but Bloodfire Tigerung is right at 50 as well, so the difference is negligible between the 2 of them. We've got Digi also, who's in the 20s, Nodelecta's in the 20s, Patty and Spritz are both in the 30s.
Man, this scene's so old. It's got assets that don't work anymore, don't exist anymore. There it is. The box is way off screen. It existed. I was very confused. Hey, I found it.
Just hunting for it.
Why is it so big? What the heck?
Yeah, I'll use that timer on screen and I'll credit them some amount of points, since I said that we would, in 15 minutes, the number of ducks you found would be the amount, but if everyone's going to finish with 100, then I may give some bonus on time.
I don't know exactly what's going on with the dog, but Okami did something that offended the game and it kicked him to the title screen. I think he shot the dog.
Deserved.
The dog obviously has one of the ducks, and if he's your friend, he'll bring it to you. I don't know exactly how. I mean, it brought it right to me. All dogs like me, so I didn't even figure out what the mechanic was. But call me dog the shot.
Right, friend of dog.
It's true.
So some of our players are definitely getting to the point where it's the radar game now, figuring out what the radar is communicating to you. We've got Bloodfire off screen at 75%, so his radar is a lot less chaotic now.
Once you get 99, you can't miss the last one. It doesn't currently exist. It's the boss of the Hidden Ducks.
Gotcha. Well, the game did give you a gun, so it's unsurprising that there would be some gun game in it.
Kami's giving it another shot. There you go. Pet the dog. Get the duck.
Okami has surpassed Bloodfire. Bloodfire tag rung is still at around 76. I think starting to get a little bit slowed now that there's not quite so many ducks remaining.
Okami's looking in the bathroom for the one the radar says exists here. Can't find it. I see one on Okami's screen that he doesn't see. This is great. You love these hidden object games when you're the audience and they just can't see what you see. You just got the vision. Oh, he's gonna leave without seeing it. It's up on the wrenches.
Okay.
He's leaving. Happy birthday. He's here again, looking for it.
Patty B's shot at the dog once, and it chastised him through text.
Oh, he's so close to it. He just can't see it. This is great. I love this. I love these being held up by a duck that's clearly on screen. Oh yeah, it's red. It doesn't blend in at all or anything. It's just very tiny and in a weird place.
Right.
Slightly above where it should be. Kami has moved on to other easier ducks.
I feel like this is exactly the type of game I would struggle with. Just something is right in my face and I'm not seeing it.
Nine to go for Okami.
About 11 to go still for Bloodfire tag rung.
13 for Spritz.
Go ahead and get my leaderboard filled out. Only 5 more for Okami.
I seem frustrated.
And 7 more for Bloodfire Tagrung. It is a very close match. I mean...
Akami's still looking for the hellish garage duck. It might cost him the game here. Just unable to find the last of the ducks. Hey, there it is. Found it. How annoying that must be to have come in here like 6 times and then look up and it's just this blaring sign. This huge red duck. There's another one here too.
I'm just convinced it's inside the washing machine.
What are the other players stuck on?
Bloodfire Tagrung's at 97 as well, and just running around. So I don't know.
Spritz is
I don't know if
fell down. Can he even get that duck from here? Oh no, gotta go back up.
Bloodfire Tagrung's at 98. I think we're about to see finish soon because you said there's like after 99 is when something happens.
Yep, big ending happens. Spritz at 96. Okami's looking for the final ducks. There's a tie between those two.
Yep, Okami and Bloodfire are both at 98 right now. They're looking for 1 duck each.
I don't remember which one Okami's after. Or why they can't find it.
Looks like Bloodfire Tagrung found it. He is now shooting the giant duck in the sky. And that is 316 for Bloodfire Tagrung.
Spritz is after it right now. That's it. Spritz is done.
All right, 305 on the timer. I'm going to convert these into minutes if that's how it works out, or seconds if that's how it works out.
Okami had his enormous lead stolen by this one. Well, actually, these 2 ducks, but this one really is just hiding. I'm not sure how to get this one. I don't remember. But obviously, the other players found it just now. Nodalect is on 98, looking for the final duck. It doesn't look like anyone else is stuck on the same duck. Everyone has a different one. Like the last one for Spritz was the one on the bed. Okami's thinking it's invisible or something. I feel like they need to do something to make the machine open up or something. It's one of those weird ones that does an event.
All right, we've got Nodalecta's at 99 now.
I think it might just be in the washing machine, mixing around.
Nodalecta just needs to look up.
Hey.
It's in the sky, it's white. Okay, there we go.
Patty's after it as well. Patty is, Yep, Patty's got it. I think Okami thinks it's broken. I don't think it is. I think they're just not seeing it. Oh, this This happens sometimes in a game like this. Oh, they even tell you what color it is. That's crazy. I didn't know that. The radar says to me that Okami just needs to look down into the washing machine. I think that's where it is. Oh, the other two players doing. Well, one of them's done, right?
Digi's at 93. And that's the only other person still going.
I didn't see this duck museum thing. There's a couple Easter eggs in this I didn't mess with. Time is up.
All right.
Tell Okami to look inside the washing machine, see if they solve their heartache here. From 1st to 5th, basically, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they found a button that opens the garage. That's it. Okay, now they've got it. Oh, that's what it was in the safe. You had to hit a button to open the safe. That's what held them up. They probably aren't happy about that one.
Yeah, I'm sure they're having a bad day right now.
Everyone else shot that button.
Dog wrecked me.
Oh, they hit the button and then the dog set the game back. That's what happened. All right, yeah, that makes sense. Everybody shot the button, including Okami, but Okami had to go do it again. That's crazy. The dog penalty was deeper than anyone would have ever guessed. I'll take it off for game 2. That was my submission.
All right, so our next game is going to be the Little Mermaid 2 Pinball Frenzy for the Game Boy Color. I'm going to have them specifically play the first board. All right.
Waiting to see it on everybody's screen.
I shot the dog and the dog won.
Everybody's open. Yeah, I know that song. It sounds great. I can start whenever you're ready.
I'm having them all get to the same screen. Told them that they can set it to as many balls as they want to. I do not know what the speed settings do in this, and I'm not interested in finding out. I imagine a higher speed is going to be better for earning points, but maybe easier to lose. No, it looks great.
I agree.
What's your favorite speed? Is it one snail or is it one dolphin?
I think I like that snail. Really good on uniracers. I don't like that sexy crab though.
All right, I've given them a countdown. Yeah, the best part of these menus is when you're given an option for game speed and it gives you so many disconcertingly like contradictory ways of measuring it. Like it had the 1, 2, 3, 4, but then it also had snail and dolphin. Did Bloodfire Tagrung do something at the beginning of this attempt to initially and immediately earn 5 million points? Yes, something Bloodfire Tagrung has done earned another 5 million points immediately. Was it just some unbelievable luck? Yeah, pinball is an entire mystery to me. I am not a pinball knower.
I am, but it's really table specific.
So what do you know about the Little Mermaid 2 Pinball Frenzy table?
I could guess as to how they're getting some of these. There's always rules and goals and stuff you might not realize that you actually have objectives in pinball, and they are obviously worth billions of points compared to just, you know, bumpers and shit, just nothing. I remember the Bride of Pinbot specifically, everything you do is worth like 1,000 points, but if you can do a specific goal, you can get anywhere from 1 to 5 billion. So either you do that goal or you get nothing in terms of score.
Nice.
And a lot of the time the goals end up being like, go up that ramp 10 times, or do it in a certain order. And 90s tables and beyond are better about telling you what the hell is going on usually. You don't have to read the manual. Like the screen will say, go for the ramp or whatever, go for the extra ball.
I don't know how Bloodfire Tagrung has found the info, but he's already at 41 million. I just kind of want to put out there the disparity in scores here. Pinball is inscrutable. Sorry, 57 million now. How did this happen? We're going to have to grade this game on a logarithmic scale.
Are there other jams in this, or is this the the beat?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm usually the sort of person that when other people really appreciate something, I can very easily say, well, you know, it's not for me, but I understand how other people are really into it. Pinball has always been so inscrutable to me that, no, I'm going to be honest, I don't necessarily get the appeal. Like, I feel like if I took the time to study a table and figure one out, then maybe I would get it. But that feels like a lot of work to do something that I'm not terribly interested in.
I would just recommend you one of the better, good modern ones that are pretty snappy. And we could learn it, get the good score on it.
And that's all it would take for me to enjoy pinball suddenly?
You'd enjoy that one table. And you'd go to an arcade, and if they don't have it, you'd be like, ah, fuck this. And
You know, when people ask me if I like video games, I say in general, yes. Just yes, I like video games. But you're telling me that I would now have opinions not about pinball, but about specific pinball tables.
yeah. It'd be like if you went to a house, they had Mario Kart, and you were like, ah, yes. Everything else they had is just, you know, Madden or whatever. You just like, go, ah.
Okay, fair point. I would never yuck someone's yum, but every time I've ever played pinball, I very much enjoyed all the flashing lights and colors, and then I did something else afterwards. All right, some of our players have become knowers in the process. So Bloodfire Tigerung had a order of magnitude difference in score from everyone else, but now Nodelecta's at almost 70 million. You know, finished out at 69 million. Bloodfire Tigerung as well finishing out at 75 million. I'm gonna put some tentative things on this.
I'm not really sure what's going on with the points still, but yeah, I just have like an educated guess. But one weird thing with pinball is the slamming the table to make sure it doesn't go down the hole the wrong way, and that's a really weird skill to. It feels like you're breaking the machine in real life. And in a video game, you just tap the L button and it shakes just fine, and it's very precise and good. But doing that in real life, that's some work. And it actually involves grabbing this huge, probably weighs 200-300 pounds table and shaking it. And if you shake it wrong, of course you tilt. Which means you just
I miss Spritz's score. I'm trying to. Does anyone who is watching remember what Spritz's score was roughly?
That's beyond me.
It's really I can find it in the bot if I need to. It's not a big deal. If Spritz doesn't remember it offhand. Saw 40 million. I'll put that down tentatively. That's fine.
No, pinball machines have a mechanism. It's either a pendulum or a gyro or something like that, depending on how old it is. That if you shake it too much or the wrong way, it will tilt, and then you can't play that life anymore. Technology Connections, that channel took apart a pinball machine, an old one, just even an old one, and talked about how sophisticated all of it was. It took like 3 extra episodes, that more than they wanted to do to get it done. There's so much crap in there. I thought about having a pinball machine of one of the ones I like, but it's so much maintenance and wiring and all this other stuff. I'm used to seeing, a metal ring with like a plunger or whatever, pendulum kind of thing swinging around as the tilt mechanism. There are way too many. If you're like into hardware and mechanically minded things, pinball machines are works of art.
Oh,
if you're not, they're a rat's nest of wires and garbage.
I mean, still, nevertheless, a marvel of mechanical engineering.
They have to be designed to support 4 players. Like every single pinball machine I've ever seen supports 4 players. So that's just whatever they're doing. They didn't have to do it 3 more times and make it work that way.
Bloodfire Tigerung getting that score back up already at 23 million. Okami's still on his first run, and I'll say, you know, the numbers aren't quite as large as everyone else's were, but if this run just sort of sticks out for the whole race, then we'll be in good shape. Can you put the timer on this screen too?
Yeah, I don't know why it's missing. 6 minutes left.
Okay.
That's right, I didn't start it there for a second.
Time check. Okami's in a little mini game now.
There it is. I think what happened is I added a new timer for the race y'all did last week.
Oh, right.
And it changed the group. I put it in the race timer group that I have, like a doofus, and it made the box like 10 times bigger, and it got confused.
Oh my god.
It disappeared.
You just got 100 million points out of that. Video games are so funny.
The joy of pinball. They actually have some really interesting ideas in some of the tables I've seen. Like there's a whodunit one where you have to randomly figure out which one of the 6 who didn't get killed it did the job, and you're this noir detective.
That's a cool premise for a pinball board.
You run around investigating by going up ramps and down certain alleys and stuff. You can like interrogate them, and you can bring them in if you think that they did it, and then you do this chase sequence where you have to follow them in a timer. But the other interesting thing about that one is there's a roulette board on the right that you can go up to and just bet literally every point you have. You can just put it all on black and lose every single point. That is a top
both of our
game.
players, Okami and Bloodfire, both at 23 million specifically.
Some of these machines like big numbers.
93 million, okay. Thank you for putting that on screen for me. Spritz. I think Spritz is probably indicating that they don't believe they're going to beat 93 million in the remaining 3 minutes. Which is a fair point.
If you come back up to Pittsburgh, we'll go to the arcades. We'll play some pinball.
I'll play pinball. I don't not enjoy it. It's just not something I would ever really seek out.
I hear you. It's good at festivals where it's free to play, because these are
Sure.
$1 a game, and sometimes, especially if you're new to it, your game's over real fast, and it feels like you didn't do anything wrong. It feels
That's
like
my experience with pinball, yes.
it just goes straight down the side, and you can't do anything about it. You can do something about it, but the technique to do something about it is super advanced for just general play.
Right. Well, the numbers change so rapidly that it's hard for me to make any predictions, but Okami of Games has a 30 million point lead. So...
Doesn't seem like anything in this one.
I mean, every time I look at the score, I feel like it just doubles arbitrarily, so it really feels like anyone can still win this.
If they get, there's usually a jackpot mode of some kind. If that's on this table, that usually, everything's worth 1 million points all of a sudden. Like, it's just the kind of thing that could happen if they're winning. That's like the end game for, like, people were saying, man. I'm trying to remember the name of the one I like, Medieval Madness. The end game for that is like every single bumper is worth 1 million points, and there's nothing else to do but just get a big score. All the objectives are done. You've seen the cutscenes. It's over. You're just in wizard mode now, and you just get 1 million points for every bumper and everything you do. Flotsam and jetsam. But I think the appeal is the same thing that Vampire Survivors has going on with, like, it's a slot machine looking kind of bright lights and stuff.
Yeah, I get that.
Where's this rescue that guy drowned? Rescue him faster.
Yeah, it's a minigame where it wants you to rescue a certain number of guys, and they'll give you another 100 million. If he can actually finish this minigame before the time in this match runs out, which I think is possible, then that is almost certainly going to be a win.
Gotta save that one guy. Oh my. He keeps going under at the wrong time. Yo!
Now it needs to spit out one more guy. I mean, he has enough time in the mini game, but does he have enough time in the race?
Oh!
Oh no, but he's still got 55 million. I mean, that's not nothing.
Didn't save the prince. Tough luck. Time is up.
I paused it right then.
Why didn't Ursula, why didn't the Little Mermaid just write a note? Why did she have to do all that?
So for anyone whose score isn't on screen when I paused it, I'm going to just take whatever is on their high score. But I paused it for Okami and Bloodfire since they're the ones in contention for the first score, and they tied exactly 366 million.
You can't say the Little Mermaid can't read because she signed her own name on the contract. I'm gonna stick it to this big plot hole, I'll tell you. I don't know why she couldn't just write a note to the prince.
I'm not crediting Bloodfire with those last few points because I paused it right when the timer ran out, and it was at 366 at that moment. But that was incredible that they tied as far as I was willing to be precise. All right, let me give them the third game.
The Little Mermaid 2 is one of the worst sequels out of the bunch. Not the worst, but it's up there.
I've never played the sorry, I've never watched the second Little Mermaid movie.
I went through a lot of those sequels to all of those recently. Boy howdy. The sequel is about her daughter fighting Ursula's sister, who is a person who exists.
All right, our third game is Where's Waldo? We have done Where's Waldo, multiple different Where's Waldos on here. This time we're going to play hard mode. And hard mode, if you've never played Where's Waldo hard mode, is indeed hard. Not only is the time extremely harsh, but it does end in that god-awful minigame that becomes nearly impossible at speed, so. Yep, the subway. I'm not going to give them any guidance on what they can and can't do. There are some ways to mitigate some of the problems with hard mode, but I'm going to leave it in their capable hands. They will be playing on hard difficulty, though.
Ready when you are.
All right, so I've given them the countdown. I'm anticipating I'm going to have to go off of furthest stage reached, but if there are some completions, I will try to give them some credit for time, because I expect there won't be too many people who do finish this.
I've played this one many times. The SNES one I don't like at all. But this one feels like it actually has some effort into it.
So the things that hard mode makes more difficult, you get higher penalties if you click incorrectly, and also the screens are larger. So on easy mode, you just get what fills one screen, but every screen gets considerably larger on hard mode. And they start to play around with colors a lot more. So like in the forest, you get multiple guys that look just like Waldo, but their colors are just barely wrong, and they don't count. And then, of course, if you've ever played this game, you know that the real killer is the subway at the end, a mini game that is almost definitely not Where's Waldo related in the slightest, but it is impossibly difficult on hard. As far as a NES Where's Waldo game goes, this is actually quite good and pretty fun. It's really challenging. The screens randomize. So every time you play, Waldo's in a different spot and the boards are laid out more or less differently. It's actually really good for being a Where's Waldo game. But hard mode earns its name.
I love these books. Never had one though. They were expensive.
I remember when I was a kid, the library had some of them, and I would thumb through them. Not sure if I understand the appeal of buying a Where's Waldo book. He doesn't move. Once you found him, you found him.
It's the appeal of having any book that you've read.
Okay, so here's how the subway works. You have the ability to rotate these discs that decide the path of the train car, and you can send the train car when you're happy with the rotation of it. The problem is that, especially in hard mode, first off, getting it to where you're trying to go is already challenging enough, but then you've got this wizard character that moves around on the screen, and if he overlaps wherever you are, your time stops going down 1 tick per second, but starts going down like 1 tick per frame. And so you have to keep moving as much as possible.
This is these weird ones, yeah. This pipe maze, and then I forget what the rocket ship's about.
The rocket ship's a roulette wheel where you have to like match up the faces. It gives you like a face that you're seeking out. Yeah, sorry, I said roulette. I meant slot machine.
Spritz its time.
The only way I was able to beat the hard mode subway was literally to just pause, route out the whole thing, like plan how I was going to rotate everything to get there and keep moving as fast as possible. You saw Okami there got hit by the wizard and instantly died.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. I love this game so much. It's so good.
It is dripping with that energy of what the hell is a video game? We don't actually know yet.
Yeah.
They just throw things at the wall. They had a source material. I can't say they didn't employ it heavily. They sure got Where's Waldo in here.
Every person I see hit the subway, I'm going to put a 6 next to their name, since that's level 6. Going ahead and clocking them in advance. That's your score for the round. Congratulations, you hit the wall. It is winnable, but unless our players think to themselves to pause and just plan the whole thing out, which is, I mean, is that good video gaming? I don't know, but it is a choice you can make. Unless they do that, I don't really see them winning. The board layout in the subway on hard mode is just bad. It's a bad board layout.
I was thinking about how you could, with a really good artist and a good programmer, make a roguelike Where's Waldo here and have it actually shuffle the elements and still have it look nice.
I'm genuinely impressed by the fact that on the NES they've managed to build these like randomized scenes that still end up looking cohesive and working correctly. It's just it's a very simple concept, and I'm sure it wasn't all that difficult to program. It is polished enough that I'm like, oh, this is really nice. They really did a great job with the idea.
It's a very dramatic music for Where's Waldo coming up. I just noticed that there was no music for most of this game. I forgot the joy of the silence of Where's Waldo.
It does have the little da 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 as you're walking between scenes, but the actual gameplay is silent.
The travel song.
There's some observations you can make that makes this a lot easier to win. The main observation to realize is that the entire top half of the map is all the straight angles for the most part, and the bottom half of the map is all the curved angles. And so if you can just figure out where you need to get to on the top to be able to walk straight into the exit, that's the easiest way to do it. But there's still that wizard that's just sort of flashing around while you're doing it, so like for me, I had to pause to not just instantly lose because I spent too much time thinking.
Everybody's getting stuck in the subway.
Oh, I see Spritz made it to the subway. Go ahead and put a 6 down for Spritz.
Okami has cleared the subway. No.
Unfortunately, you have to get to that one specific tile it's looking for.
Damn.
The one right next to the arrow. Yeah, the trick is that the entire top half of the map will not help you. You can't rotate it. So you have to figure out how to get there, like get to the right spot on the top half of the map that will just let you walk in.
Subway killed 2 people at the same time.
That wizard.
What's the TV show like?
I'm sorry? There was a Where's Waldo TV show?
Yeah. There's 2 of them, actually.
What?
The new one is like, it's in that very childish style. Like, it's obviously for... I mean, I guess the old one was too, but as a child
There's
watching
a
it growing up...
2019 TV series, yeah?
It was a 1991 TV series with Jim Cummings and some other very powerful names in it. And it's where that Where's Waldo from the SNES game is from. The rap.
Oh my god.
Where's Waldo? Where's Waldo? Yeah, the TV show intro song. Where's Waldo? Where's Waldo? And the SNES game just takes that clip, juggles it. This game is before that show. Pretty
They're taking a real beating here in the forest. The forest. When I played through the retro achievement set and it made me play hard mode, the forest was actually a huge killer.
I was just wondering what the lore of Where's Waldo is. Does this wizard show up? What does Waldo do on his TV show? I can't imagine. Like, is he just the guy who goes like Curious George style, walks around, does shit?
Villains looking for him. They're like, hey, where's Waldo? Tries to stop Oddlaw? How is that his job? Also,
name?
does Oddlaw exist in the British version, or is his name like Yellow? Yellow.
I'll read the villains wiki on Oddlaw real quick. It's just Charlie Brown all grown up.
Why did the Brits change his name to Wally? Is there anything that the British people won't take from us? There's an infamous crime guy named Waldo in Britain. Okay. Sure. Why not?
Two minutes left.
So Digi's on the cave. I don't know if Digi's gotten past the cave. Yeah, but Cluedo is like an objectively fun name to say. Cluedo.
Last call for subway clear.
I'm not sure that I ever saw Nodelecta get past the forest.
With the
Hard mode is
orientation,
indeed difficult, okay? Like,
I'm trying to figure out what route you even take here. So you go up in the subway to get to the exit?
yeah, so for me, I would go up to the, like, second row down, go all the way to the right, and then just go down one space. So you'd need to find a spot that would allow you to go into that second row of open spots.
Oh, there it is. Okami's
Got
gotten
it.
to the castle in the last 10 seconds here.
I'm giving Okami credit for that. That's in time.
Absolutely. The shuffler on the pipes rolled a solution for him right at the last second.
Fantastic.
The wizard almost grabbed him.
And with that, our winner for the day is Bloodfire Tagrung. Okami would have been a very strong contender for first or second if not having gotten screwed by Duck Game.
Too bad they shot that dog or whatever whatever they did.
Shouldn't have shot the dog.
I don't know what they did to that dog, but that dog wasn't having it. Single-handedly ruined their run here. Alright, that was fun.
Yeah, so that's our final scores right there. I've already recorded the scores for Where's Waldo, and with our weird scoring system, that's 286 points for Bloodfire Tagrung, 200 points for Okami, which would have been, I mean, lost 100 points just for not scoring on the first game. So that puts Spritz in second and Okami in third.
Fantastic.
That was super fun. What do you got going on tonight? You done broadcasting?
Yeah, that's it for me. What are you into?
I was probably gonna do a little something. I don't know. Maybe some Mario stuff.
I saw that roguelike Mario 64. How's that?
It's pretty good. There's a second roguelite that came out during the same competition. That's a deck builder roguelite. It's like sort of kind of like Neon White. I don't know if you're familiar with that game.
No.
Like all of your actions you can perform are cards that you draw.
Sounds good. When are you doing that? You hosting up now?
Yeah, I'll fire up, sure.
All right, I'll roll over. Thanks for joining me.
Take it easy.
I'll see you later, everybody. Have a good night. We'll be on tomorrow doing something. And yeah, marathon on Sunday.